Hello, today I'll discuss about the histology of the ureter. What are the ureters? Ureters are two muscular tubes about 25 centimeter in length, and half of the ureter is in the abdomen, half of the ureter is in the pelvis, and it is about 3 to 5 millimeter in diameter. So this is the ureter, and its diameter is 3 to 5 millimeter, and it is 25 centimeter or 10 inches in length. It has four layers: the mucosa here, the lining epithelium and lamina propria. Then we have the smooth muscle, then the adventitia. So mucosa, lamina propria, smooth muscle, and the adventitia. These are the layers of the ureter. The ureters are retroperitoneal structure, so it is behind the peritoneum. If this is the peritoneum, the entire part is behind the peritoneum, so this is a retroperitoneal structure. The purpose of the ureter is to transmit urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder through peristalsis. And peristalsis is initiated in the renal calyces. There is some smooth muscle present in the minor calyces, maybe in the major calyces. That is the pacemaker for the peristaltic movement of the ureter, so that urine will go from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Okay, so these two are the kidneys. This is the ureter here, this is the urinary bladder, urethra, and we have a section in the upper part of the ureter, in the abdominal part of the ureter. Okay, so if you go there, if you look at that, again, it is lined by the transitional epithelium. Here is the transitional epithelium. Here is transitional epithelium. Then we'll get the lamina propria. Then get the muscle layer. Then we'll get the adventitial layer. Okay. So we have the mucosal layer that is composed of the transitional epithelium. Then we have the lamina propria. Then we have the muscle layer. Then the adventitial layer. Okay, so we got here again, this is the adventitia that is composed of connective tissue and lot of adipose tissue, blood vessels there. Then with the muscular layer has two layer in the abdomen. The lower part, it has three layers. We'll go there. Okay, so this is the lumen of the ureter, and it looks like a star in an empty ureter. It is looking like a star. Then if you go there, okay, here is the transitional epithelium that is very important to us. Transitional epithelium, because it is transitional, because when the ureter is relaxed, it is around 4 to 6 layers. When the ureter is stressed, or it is containing urine, or it is in peristaltic movement, in that condition, the layer of the transitional epithelium will be decreased. So we got that the epithelium, that is the transitional epithelium. And we'll get the lamina propria. We have no specific submucosa, but we have the smooth muscle. Smooth muscle having, we have the longitudinal layer, circular layer, and in the lower part of the ureter, we'll get another longitudinal layer. Okay. So transitional epithelium is also called urothelium. This is located in the renal papilla, actually at the end of the collecting duct, renal papilla, then the minor calyces, major calyces, the renal pelvis, the ureter, up to the prostatic part of the urethra at the opening of the ejaculatory duct level. we have the transitional epithelium in male. In female, it goes to the genitourinary membrane level. It covers the urinary bladder, again the ureter, the renal pelvis, the major calyx, minor calyces. So this part lining epithelium should be the transitional epithelium. This is transitional epithelium. Okay. Lamina propria is a loose connective tissue, so it should contain blood vessels and lymphatics and nerves. Inner longitudinal muscle layer, we'll get inner longitudinal muscle layer. Then we'll get the middle circular layer. Here is the middle circular layer and outer longitudinal muscle layer. Then we'll get the adventitial layer. This is connective tissue containing a lot of adipose tissue. We're looking this white, almost empty cell. These are actually the adipose cells. So transitional epithelium, lamina propria, inner longitudinal muscle layer, then the circular muscle layer, and the lower part of the ureter, we also get another layer of muscle, the outer longitudinal muscle layer. So transitional epithelium is very important. We discussed that it is present only in the urinary system, from the collecting duct to the prostatic part of the urethra up to the opening of the ejaculatory duct, and in case of female up to the genitourinary membrane. Okay, a 4 to 6 cell thick layer connected by desmosome, not only desmosome, also zonula occludens. We'll add that also. Okay, so it is connected by the intercellular junction like the macula adherens and zonula occludens or the tight junctions. Outermost layer are large cuboidal cell. Intermediate cells are polyhedral. The basal cells are low columnar or cuboidal. The basal surface of the epithelium is smooth. There is no indentation. Basal surface, it is smooth. Okay, allows distension and contraction without without losing the integrity of the cell, because we have the desmosome or macula adherens. Prevent the reabsorption of fluid, because we have also tight junction or zonula occludens. Forms a protective osmotic barrier, because we have the glycocalyx around the cell membrane, also glycoprotein at the surface. So by means of that glycocalyx and glycoprotein here, the superficial cell work as a protective osmotic barrier that prevents the reabsorption of urine to the underlying tissue. Okay, we got that. So the layers of the ureter, again, lamina propria is fibroelastic. That's why when there is no urine passing uh, through the ureter, it looks like a star. When urine passes through the lumen, then it will give space. It will be a little bit ovoid in shape, the lumen. So this is the transition epithelium. This is connective tissue. This is loose connective tissue. It contains blood vessels. Then we'll get the smooth muscle, and we have no specific submucosa here. And adventitia is outside the outer wall. We will get the adventitia. Okay. Now we'll find out some Bhaiba Bhosi question for our exam. Okay. So like that. So the Bhaiba Bhosi question. Number one, what is the lining epithelium of the ureteric lumen? Answer should be transitional epithelium. What are the layers of the ureter? Mucosa, that is composed of the transitional epithelium, then lamina propria, then the muscle layer, then the adventitia. We have 4 layers. The mucosa is composed of the transition epithelium and lamina propria. In that sense, we have 3 layers: mucosa and the muscle layer and the adventitia. How the smooth muscles are arranged in the ureter. In the upper part of the ureter, we have inner longitudinal outer circular layer. In the lower part of the ureter, we have inner longitudinal, middle circular, outer longitudinal muscle layer. These all are smooth muscles. So in histological structure, each of the muscle cell looks like a spindle with one central nucleus. Is it a retroperitoneal structure? Yes. The ureter is a retroperitoneal structure. What are the characteristics of transitional epithelium? Transitional epithelium, when it is relaxed, it has around 6 layers. When it is expanded, the lumen is expanded. Okay, in that condition, the layers of the epithelium will be decreased to 3 layers. The superficial layer will be flattened. These are called the umbrella cell layer, so that accommodate the space for the for the underlying layers. Okay, so what are the location of transition epithelium? It is throughout the urinary system, from the collecting duct up to the opening of the ejaculatory duct to the prostatic urethra in male, up to the urogenital membrane in female. How the lumen of the ureter look like? It looks like a star, but when urine is passing through that, it will be a little bit ovoid. What type of structure the lamina propria is? Answer should be the lamina propria is a loose connective tissue. It is rich in blood vessels. What type of structure the adventitia is? Again, that is also connective tissue. That is also rich in adipose tissue and blood vessels and nerves there. What type of structure the adventitia you got that? How the integrity of the transitional epithelium is maintained? Transitional epithelium integrity is maintained by the intercellular junction like macula adherens, also called desmosomes, also zonula occludens. Zonula occludens is important. It prevents the entry of toxic material like urine to the underlying connective tissue, into the underlying cells. And macula adherens, it maintains the integrity of the epithelium, so that it will not lose the integrity, but it will be relaxed, it will be contracted the ureter without losing any integrity. Okay, and that's all about the histology of the ureter. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. Please share the information with your friends, and please support my channel. Please subscribe me, and have a nice day. Bye now.